friends, welcome back to Mimi's Mixed Bag. If you're new here, welcome, and if you love what you see today, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Today I'm bringing you an old childhood favorite, and it's going to probably spark a lot of your memories of your grandma's house, and it's the old vintage candy cane wreath. A lot of us had grandmas that had these hanging in their house in the month of December, and I thought it'd be fun just to kind of go over the original project, but also share with you a couple different ways you could do it. Now, the original project was made with just a regular coat hanger. You would take it and stretch it out into about a 12-inch circle. Now, the original project always had you using the wrapped candies, the kind that had tails on each side. They come in peppermint, solid colors, Tootsie Rolls, anything that had the tails on them. And you would take about 6 inches of ribbon and just tie 2 or 3 pieces at a time until you filled up the ring. Now, with this method, it would take about 300 pieces of peppermint. Walmart does sell a big bucket of peppermint, not this big. I just happened to luck up at this discount place that I go to sometimes, and I found this $14 bucket off Amazon that I got for $4. I just couldn't pass it up, and I thought, you know, I think I'll share that peppermint wreath idea, and so that I went ahead and bought it. Well, I couldn't pass it up for $4, but like I said, for around $5 you can get all the peppermint you need at Walmart. I grabbed some ribbon, some of my Christmas ribbon, not exactly sure what I'm going to use yet, but I also want to share with you that if you didn't want to make a loop, you can make a smaller version if you just took a coat hanger and kind of shaped it into a peppermint. What you would do is you need to take some wire cutters and cut the hook off, and then just take some shipping tape or electrical tape and tape the coat hanger back together again, and that would give you just a peppermint shape. Now, since it's open in the center, I would suggest wrapping your peppermint shape into some ribbon just so that you will have something to attach your candies to. Now, here's another easier alternative, is the Dollar Tree sells the peppermint wreath forms. But if you needed to make several and you just wanted to go a little cheaper route, this is certainly the way to do it. So I think I should have enough where I can do both, so I can show you the larger one and the smaller one. If you have any questions about the original way of doing it, I'll be glad to answer any questions below. And so for my project, I've decided I don't want to do the tying method. I think that's a little tedious. I'm just going to hot glue my candy on there because, you know, once they start pulling and tugging the candies, it doesn't matter if it's tied or hot glued. It's all going to give you the same look anyway. And it's just easier for me just to hot glue all the pieces on there. I need to go ahead and get my little candy cane prepared. All right, I have my coat hanger candy cane cut and taped. Also cut a little thin piece of ribbon and go ahead and attach my hanger before I wrap the wire. And it depends on where you put your hanger as to how it's going to hang on your wall or door. If you put your hanger up here, it's going to pretty much just hang straight, but I want my candy cane to be a little tilted, so I'm going to put it right here against this crossbar. It will hang a little sideways like that on my door. And when I get ready to wrap this with some ribbon, try to encase it here on the corner so that my candy cane will hang kind of tilted like that. So let me wrap them and I'll be back. All right, I've got both wreath forms covered now, and it will make it look really nice and neat from the back on both forms. Now, also be mindful, your candy may have a front and a back, and mine does have a front. Now you're just going to cover your candy cane with the candies. So I'm just going to play around and see what I can come up with of which way the candies will fit the best. Now, I did leave a little space right here so I could set a bow so that it would be easier to hot glue, but you know, that's certainly optional. I show a different bow every time I do a project a lot of times, and I'll put the measurements down below for the little candy cane bow. You need a piece about 24 inches. You need 2 pieces that are about 20 inches, and then you need 2 pieces that are about 16 inches. And I'll show you how I'm going to put it together. Okay, my 24-inch piece, I'm just going to put it to the side because that's actually my tails. So I got my 2 20-inch loops and you're going to stack them on top of each other. You might even kind of crisscross them just a little bit, holding them at the same time. Now for my coordinating bow, do the same thing. Just kind of overlap the ends and hold it all together, kind of making an X. I'm going to flip that over so that you don't see where the ends meet. Alright, now I'm just going to crunch it together. I'm going to take that 24-inch piece and cinch it all in the center. Tie them all together. Try to make sure that this 24-inch piece is kind of even on both sides, or you'll have to really cut it. Pull your tails down and just straighten out your little loops. Don't pull and tug too much because you don't have them hot glued together. Now I'm just going to take it and hot glue it in that little spot that I made for it. Right now for my large candy cane, I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm just going to hot glue about 4 all the way up, and then right around here in the curve is where I'm going to flip my logo and just work my way around the hook. So I'll come back. I'll have both candy cane wreaths to show you. Alright, I tried a variety of places to hang this in my house, but I honestly don't have a blank white wall. So I just have them laid out here on a nice big piece of cardboard. But here is the coat hanger one. It took 35 candies, very lightweight, and it probably cost me a couple dollars. It's the perfect little December happy to give like a bus driver or mailman, something like that. Someone who, you know, you don't maybe know very well, but most everybody loves peppermint, and just a cute little idea. Now the bigger one here, this one took 100 candies, which is about 1/3 of what the original round coat hanger one did. And honestly, the difference in candies and cost, I don't see a big difference. And I really even love this one better, it being candy cane shape. I hope you're able to find the candy cane wreath forms at the Dollar Tree, but you can always create your own with a coat hanger. So I hope you'll take this little vintage idea and create some peppermint candy wreaths. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back this weekend with a November thrift haul.